आज हम लोग मास्टर स्टूडेंट यूनियन की तरफ से आज हम लोग डिस्कशन रखा है और इस डिस्कशन में हम लोग का बीमा उत्सव का FSOD और NGOs सभी को हम लोग बुलाया है और हम लोग का मेन हो गया हम लोग का फ्रॉम हिल्स ऑटोनोमस स्टेट मूवमेंट खारबियांग से जो टीम आया है उन लोग के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आप लोग जो आया हम लोग को सपोर्ट करा और हम लोग को जो 2 पर्टिकुलर आर्टिकल के मूवमेंट को लेके अभी जो ये जोरदार से हम लोग ये मूवमेंट करना है, इसलिए आप लोग जो आया आप लोग साथ दिया बहुत अच्छा लगा असल हम लोग। और आज जो मेन जो हम लोग जो बात हो गया जो 2 पर्टिकुलर आर्टिकल ए को लेके हम लोग जो बात जो रखा है हम लोग जो ये जो फ्रॉम फॉर हिल्स ऑटोनोमस स्टेट मूवमेंट जो हम लोग का ये जॉइंटली हम लोग का ये होगा कमिटी होगा हम लोग का, इसलिए हम लोग का यहाँ से भी हम लोग दिमाग से भी हम लोग का जॉइंट कन्वीनर होगा, हम लोग का जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी होगा, यहाँ से भी हम लोग का ये हम लोग जॉइंटली हम लोग ये मूवमेंट करेगा बोलकर एक रेजोल्यूशन रखा है। और हम लोग का जो आज जो हम लोग का जो जॉइंट कन्वीनर जो आया है हम लोग का फॉर्म्स का जो जेम्स हांसी जी का वो बताएगा हम लोग का जो मेन जो जो के वो काम में चाहूँगा जेम्स हांसी जी।
For a time given at this time, actually today we are happy, very much happy to be here a part of this discussions on autonomous state issue, Article 244A. This was a long-standing demand, started way back in 1986. Till today, this movement has been going on, the struggle has been going on. And in 1986, the movement started by ASDCs in Kanchastikal, but they could not bring it to reality. They could not materialize it. So, way back in 2024, we have formed this APHLC to revive this movement, to bring back this movement to life. Because we have been fighting for the last 40 years, but we cannot achieve it. So, we started in 6th of December 2024. On 6th, we have formed this all-party Hill Skills Conference, and the motive of this movement is to bring all the political parties, to bring all the organizations, to bring all the NGOs, intellectuals, and all groups of people in Karbi-Anglong and NCLs, bring together, work together, move together for this autonomous state, because it is a social demand. Actually, it was inserted in 22nd Amendment in 1969, but the successive government, they failed to implement it. So now what we want is, we wanted to implement it, the Article 244A, and that is our reasons or the motive of forming this APHLC. And on 18th of January, again, we have formed another groups of people like ASCC, KNCA, also youth wing of SCCs and the KSA. Again, we form another group, and that we call it Forum for Hills Autonomous State Movement. And the only motive is for struggling this movement, autonomous state.
One question,
Yes.
the APHLC which is run by John Ingti Kathar and APHLC which you have told, it's a vast difference or it's the same party?
It is a vast difference. We are not Jai Kathar, we are James Hensley group, and our movement, our activities or our objective is for autonomous state. We are not for elections. We are not a political party. We are non-political party. So there is a vast difference. They are doing for their politics, they are doing for themselves, but we are doing for the public.
So if we go back to the history
Yes.
of this autonomous state demand,
Yes.
we have seen there was some political parties, they were in ruling also. But why the movement got failed and why the public lost their interest with those leaders?
It is so to say, this is the compulsion of the government. In 86, the SEC movement started, and they could not continue for long because the government compelled them to drop the ideas of moving this autonomous state, movement for autonomous state, and take some power to the autonomous council. In one way, that is a failure of the autonomous state, ASCC. because they are in power. They are occupying the autonomous council. Also, they have MPs. Also, they have MLAs. The government, the central government, they compel them to stop the movement and take more power to the autonomous council. And because of that, they have given up their demand, and then they have taken the more power to the autonomous council. That is the reason.
There is a complaint from different communities. So, firstly, the forum which have been stabilized in your Karbi Anglong East and West.
Yes.
So, it is lastly in NCL's Dimahasau, NCL's Autonomous Council area, Dimahasau. So, why so late here? The forum, why so lately it came here?
No, we also formed very recently because, as I have said, we have formed in December 6, 2024, last year. So it is now only 5 months old. Of course, this is not the first visit to autonomous Dimahasau, because in the last 2-3 months we have visited Dimahasau and we met the Autonomous Council CM and Autonomous Council Speaker and other groups, SSA groups we met here. We had a meeting here. Perhaps you may be aware of that. We came before also. And today especially we came here for this program actually.
So, what's your roadmap for the future course of action for this movement?
The roadmap is clear. Autonomous state means Article 244A, and it is written in the Constitution of India, inserted in 22nd Amendment in 1969. So, our roadmap is that it should be implemented immediately. The government is taking too long. It is already there in the Constitution. It is already, the model is already there. The structure is already there. State within Assam. So, it is our roadmap to say government should come forward to have a talk with us, to discuss with us, and they should implement it. This is a very simple thing. It doesn't need more, present in the sessions. It is a simple majority, they can do it.
So, lastly, in the open discourse, there was a complaint from Apex body of Dimahasau that the representatives which they have made Prime Minister and others for Article 244A, the elected representatives or whatever other organization, whenever they go, they sidelines the leaders or the representative from Dimahasau. So why this is happening?
That I cannot say exactly, because what, so far my knowledge is concerned, there is nothing as such. That Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council is neglecting Dimahasau Autonomous Council. No, I cannot say that, because it depends upon their political movement, their political parties.
So,
Understanding with the central government, understanding with the state government, like Autonomous Council of Karbi Anglong, Autonomous Council of Dimahasau.
so whatever happened, so
Yes.
lastly, as a torch bearer,
Yeah.
the forum which you have stabilized,
Yeah.
which you all have come together.
Yeah.
So, what you want to say to the public, so that the public get trust with you all, and what is your message for the people of Dimahasau? As you know that the committee which have been already been made in Karbi Anglong, so they also want equal representation. Likely, is there is in the central body, if there is a president, Dimahasau also needs a secretary, which was openly discussed in this discourse. So, can you assure the people of Dimahasau and all the organizations that you will give the open and equal representation for the people of Dimahasau in
Yes,
this movement?
Exactly. Because the forum that we form is for Karbi Anglong, East, West, and Dimahasau. And we don't want to differentiate. We don't want to have differences between NCLs and Karbi Anglong. We want to be united. We want to be together with all communities, all religions, and all parties. We want to be united, and we want to be in one platform. We know that only Karbi Anglong cannot go for this autonomous state move. We cannot take the movement for autonomous state only in Karbi Anglong, because in the constitution it says whether wholly or partly we can do that. But now what we want to do is we want to be inclusive. Because in the constitution it says whether wholly or partly we can do that. But now what we want to do is we want to be inclusive. We want to be working together, movement together with the NCL's people. And the last so many years, of course, somebody says we have a trust deficit. But for us now, we don't want to have that trust deficit, but we want to be together in all fronts, working together and then struggling together. Even the members in the committee will keep together. We have a convener, we have a secretary from Haflong, East and West, and then we have a members from NCOs also, convener, secretary. Yes, we will be in one platform, in one committee.
So lastly, what's your message for the other minority communities? As you have seen earlier, there was a movement. There were many movements.
Yes.
The other minority communities also have participated.
Yeah.
So what's your message for them?
We are inclusive of all the communities in Haflong and NCOs. Maybe Nepalis, maybe Biharis, maybe Karbi, Dimasa. We will all are inclusive in the forum. Yeah. Thank you.
तो सबसे पहले मीडिया ग्रुप को धन्यवाद देता हूँ और यहाँ में कार्बी आंगलोंग से जो रिप्रेजेंटेटिव आया है, डेलीगेट्स आया है, इन लोगों को भी धन्यवाद देता हूँ। तो मैं कहना चाहूँगा आज हम लोग ऑटोनोमस स्टेट में तो हम लोग आज नया बात नहीं है, हम लोग पहले से हम लोग सपोर्ट करके आया है। एफएसमोटी हो, एनजीओ हो, स्टूडेंट भी हो, हम लोग डिमासा से हमेशा सपोर्ट करके आया है। एंड अभी लॉन्ग वे अभी बहुत दिन से अभी डिमांड तो पेंडिंग हो गया, अभी इस डिमांड को हम लोग फिर से दोबारा ताज़ा करेंगे और इसमें हम लोग डिसीजन लिया कि ये नॉन पॉलिटिकल प्लेटफॉर्म होगा। तो हम लोग नॉन पॉलिटिकल प्लेटफॉर्म होगा ही तो हम लोग सपोर्ट करेंगे। अगर पॉलिटिकल लाइन में चला जाएगा, पॉलिटिकल आज कंफर्टेबल आर्टिकल ऑटोनोमस स्टेट को लेके अभी डिमांड करेंगे, पर थोड़ा दिन का बाद में अगर पॉलिटिक्स में चला जाएगा तो इसको हम लोग सपोर्ट नहीं करेंगे। हम लोग एफएसमोटी की तरफ से इसलिए सपोर्ट करेंगे कि नॉन पॉलिटिकल प्रॉब्लम में हम लोग डिमांड करते रहेंगे। थैंक यू।